Look at the parking already. We're 2 hours early and the parking's already getting full. So this event, this event floats reportedly over 20,000 attendees, and that I actually didn't think about. We'll just park right here. I didn't actually really think about the attendance numbers when I signed up. I was just like, oh, it's another Vegas show. But you know, something like SAC Anime is like 10,000. This is 20,000. So I just, my expectations are like in the middle. But this has high potential. Oh boy, it is hot. Concerned about damaging my products in the sun. So let's get out of the sun. What's the temperature supposed to be today? 112 high. Oh boy. I'm gonna set this stuff off to the side. Then I'll go pick up our badges and then we'll
67.
Perfect.
Here's 2 of those, and you can just head on in and get started.
Awesome, thank you. What are these for?
I do not know.
Okay.
Yeah, just
All right, let's put them on, I guess. It's a rough fucking crowd today, man. A lot of looky-loos. That's what happens on Fridays. You get a lot of looky-loos walking by. Nice people, but a lot of looky-loos. They don't actually buy a lot of stuff, but rough crowd this time around. So I've had this thing about cosplayers lately. The majority of the conventions are all focused on just cosplayers, and they slow down traffic and they redirect. They slow down traffic. I don't know, it's like all the attention, the photographers go to them, and it kind of just fucks up the flow of everything. That's why there's a convention, I can't remember where it's at, but it outlawed cosplayers, and people were so pissed about it. I'm like, look, you have to understand that, you know, when it comes to like selling shit, cosplayers, as awesome as they are, does hurt traffic flow. And if you don't believe me, go to something like Anime Expo and see how much that shit slows down traffic. So what has been selling are, I have a bunch of these, which is like my old artwork. I don't know if it'll focus. Yeah, so that's my old stuff from, I'm talking like 2013, 2014 artwork. And I sell those for $5. They're 11 by 17. I really just have a back stock of inventory of those, and I'm trying to get rid of them. Oh my God. It's nice that we came out when it's dark, but overall assessment of today, I don't think I've done a Friday that was this slow. I mean, when we came in, you heard me talking about 20,000 plus. That's bigger than like SAC Anime. Boy. I mean, anyway. All right, so we're rounding out the end of the show, end of day 2. Things actually did really pick up. It's weird. We did like 10 times as much today as we did yesterday. It was weird because like it was so slow yesterday for everyone, and then today, like the first half, we barely made table, and now it's coming. I'd say the rest of it was straight up in like 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it started at 2 and it stopped.
It was like a weird wave of people, yeah.
Like,
So I don't know what happened. I don't care, but I'm still over it. I still want to go. I'm still ready for Anime Expo. Like, that's all I want. I just want to go to AX right now. Right now. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Like a 9 to 5 kind of work? No one likes the 9 to 5 though. I thought you were doing like super well, like with your commissions and your online store. It seems like you were working on a commission like every time you live streamed.
Yeah, pretty much. But the thing is, I had some medical things pop up, so that's the reason why I actually.
Okay. So it wasn't the income, it was the expense that went up.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But I just want to know, how are you doing with it? Like, how did you go about it?
Now, like you're way younger than I was when I started, and I think like the thing that helped me the most, and I tell people this on the live stream, is that like, you know, I did have a career beforehand, you know. I was a mechanic, so I had all that money saved up that did help me kind of launch into it. And it took me like a year and a half before I started actually making like you were making money fast, like you made more money faster than me. You made more and faster than me when I was doing it. So that's why that's why I was so surprised when you messaged me. I was like, man, I thought you had it like super solid. The conventions are where a majority of the big income comes in. Because you know how it is on YouTube. It's like nothing. Well, you get a lot more views than me, so yours is probably much higher. You have YouTube, that's a little bit. You have your commissions, you have your online store, and that's pretty much it, right? In terms of your art. Yeah. I know, like, I'm in California, so I have access to like a whole bunch of conventions. That's where a big chunk, yeah, I know. That's where a big chunk of my income comes from. To the point where like I've slowed down on commission work because like the conventions make so much more. But I don't know what I can really tell you because, you know, like I said, I had money going into it from my old career, and I had gone to school. You know, I put like 5 years into that career, and I went to school for that beforehand. So it's not going to be the answer you want, but it's kind of the working like shit jobs is probably kind of the price you pay, like the cost of entry into being able to do, you know, the thing you really want to do. And I know it fucking sucks, dude. Like, that's not going to change, especially since I know you've been able to taste that freedom of like doing your own thing. Have you had a 9 to 5 beforehand? Oh shit! Of course. Okay. No, then that's good. No, that's good. Then that's the time that you know now that even though you're working the job, because everything else is increasing. I know your Instagram is shooting up super fast, like all the time. Then it's like it's gonna suck to have to go to that thing, but I would try and treat it like a separate thing. Like you're doing your art, but then there's just this thing in the middle of the day that you have to go do, and then when you're out of there, you ignore their phone calls, and then once you get home, it's business as usual. You might sleep a little bit less, but I mean, you're young, you'll be fine. Yeah. So I mean, like the reason I bring up my situation a lot is because I'm like, if I didn't have that money saved up from my previous job, okay, so I'm paying off student loans now, right? And that sucks. And I talk about it all the time. But if I didn't go to school for that, I wouldn't have got my good job, which gave me the money to kind of launch what I'm doing, like to give me that boost when I started drawing to pursue what I'm doing now. So if you went backwards, which is kind of what you're doing, you went the opposite way. You have your really successful art business going and growing, like you said. So to maintain it, you might have to put in some time doing shit work. And that is just the honest truth. Like, that is just what's going to have to happen. But the good thing is that where you have the advantage over a lot of other people is that you've already built that audience. So I wouldn't even trip if I were you. Like, you might only be at the job for like 2 or 3 years, or what if you cross collab with somebody and it boosts your YouTube channel like way higher? Like, it's growing hella fast already, so it's like, but yeah, I wouldn't trip. Like, the fact that your audience is already growing, and then as long as you're consistently giving them some stuff over the course of while you're working that job, because when I was working my job and saving my money, I wasn't doing shit. I was just doing that. The fact that you already have it established, and then you're growing as you do it, and by the time you're done with that job, you're going to be even in a better place with your followers, and you could ask for more people on your Patreon, and it's just going to suck for a little bit. But when it's done, you're going to be in a way better spot than I am with all these conventions. You're going to be in a way better spot than you are when you were doing it full-time before the job. You're just being impatient then. Well, you definitely have the engagement of your audience, which is really, really hard to do. So, I mean, you already got that. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't even trip. Like, I wouldn't even worry about it. Just have to be patient. Try not to kill anyone at your job. Yeah. Don't kill anyone at your job, and you'll be fine. That's all you got to do. Yeah, just wait. Like, even if you dig yourself out of whatever's going on, wait a couple months so that you're not just out of the hole. You're standing, you're like way above it. And then that way you have a lot more leeway space. Because when you have more freedom, that's how you're going to be able to do a lot more shit. So, yeah. All right. You cool? You feeling all right?
Yeah, I feel a lot
All right.
better.
See, that was important too. Like, think about that like 5 years from now. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember that I worked that one job. Now you appreciate it more. So, see, I say that all the time. My biggest fear is going back to turning wrenches, and that shit ain't ever going to happen. So, perspective. There you go. It gave you a little perspective, so that's good. But yeah, well, I got to get the fuck out of here because I am late to what I got to go do. But hey, if it creeps up on you again, just message me again and figure it out.
Alright, thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. All right. See ya. Okay, so we had one of those instances where somebody came by the table and I tried to give them my spiel, and they had already come by the table, and I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to remember all these people? The best thing you can do is look at like an article of clothing they have, a hat, their shirts, they have cool shoes, I don't know. Anyway, find something distinguishable about them and try to remember if they come by your table or not. The problem is you might have like a 10-second interaction with them, and they'll be gone for like 5 hours, and then fucking like 10,000 people will come by your table in between then, and they'll come back and they'll be all offended. You don't remember me? I'm like, no, I fucking remember you. I try though. Just gotta try.
It's a learned skill.
No, it's impossible. You can never remember everyone. It's fucking impossible. So if that happens to you, don't feel bad. It's fucking impossible. Yeah, I vlog all my experiences. Yeah, because I do these almost every weekend. So it's kind of my way of like showing other artists how to do this. So I'll give them tips, and they like to see me interact with certain people, and like the way I like pitch things. You know, things like the business side of it. People like to see.
I didn't even see you have a microphone.
Yeah, I'm all fancy with it. Yeah,
Wait a minute, I'm on the camera.
yeah, we're going right here. We look at the Overwatch one. Yeah. I just finished drawing that like 3 weeks ago, so it is like one of my first times showing it off. Yeah, I kept every detail of everyone's armor and everyone's weapon in there. Yeah, so it took me about 145 hours to complete that project. That was the standard, yeah. This is the $20 standard. This is the medium that's on display. The large is about 50% bigger, and the medium and large come with free poster tubes. Free poster tubes.
Oh, okay.
You already have like an image in mind?
Oh, did I have an image in mind? Yeah, no, I took a week to plan it out. So I knew what I wanted, and then I planned it out, and then I executed on it. Yeah. You know, every now and then I'll go back and look at it, wonder what I did with my life. I legit, when I look at it, sometimes I don't remember doing a lot of it. Pen over there?
The artist is actually right
yeah,
here.
I'll sign it for you right here. It's just hard to get behind the table
Yeah.
sometimes.
He's trying to see everybody before we leave.
Yeah. Right here is okay? Yeah, so this project took me about 212 hours, so I do appreciate you supporting me.
The rest of them. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, the thing about yeah, that's the thing about Pokemon. That's why this does so well, because it's like it hits every demographic because it's been out so long now. Was there anyone up there that like caught your eye when you were walking by?
I mean, I'm an artist myself, so
Okay.
I literally just walk by and just like look at everybody's art and just like try to steal ideas.
I do that. During 2013, I walked around Anime Expo as an attendee with a notebook where wrote down like what everyone was doing. I had to live stream it because I figured if I just showed up to a convention with it, no one would ever believe that I did it.
It actually goes
I think that's probably the best picture that I've seen here.
Oh wow, that is a huge compliment, man. Thank you. Like a
How do
superhero,
you
the
start
drawing.
I don't want to interrupt you.
Oh, yeah.
How do you start doing something like this?
Like selling the artwork?
No, just start doing something.
How do you
Like,
start drawing that way?
no, that's not what I mean.
No, go. Yeah.
What we got?
Like, I like, cause I'm drawing and stuff, and I was like, I had like a block for like 4 years where I couldn't draw a fucking stick figure.
Okay.
And now I'm back. You know what I mean? Now I'm back like Doc. I can knock out anything, and it's just like, how do you start doing something? Like, where do you start? Like with no
project?
support, no nothing.
Oh, no, like as an artist in general.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. That's been asked a lot.
Well, I can't give a general answer, but I can tell you how it worked for me. I drew something for myself, and then I just posted it on YouTube. Somebody liked it, hired me for a small job, a very small job. I recorded myself drawing that, posted that, somebody liked that, so it just kind of went on like that. But the important thing was that I was putting everything I could out there all the time. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on the Amino apps. So the fact that the idea is just to get everything out there and make it clear that you're available for hire. And once you do that, eventually you'll get some people who are going to undervalue you at first, and it sucks, but I did do a lot of underpaid jobs at first. And eventually I just built up this huge body of work that I was able to raise my prices slowly. And then once I had enough body of work and enough skill, I was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to start doing conventions because I see the kind of money you can make here. And as long as this forces you to be like more extroverted and learn how to sell your stuff. So that's another skill you end up developing because of that. So it's all baby steps, but it does start with letting people know that you exist and letting them know that you are for hire. Everything else, the pricing and all that, will come down to experience and playing around with it. Are you on like social? Or are you on like
I've never
Facebook?
been a social media guy.
Then that's kind of where it is now. You know, back in the day, you used to walk around with your portfolio, have portfolio reviews, someone like
That's
it.
what I'm
Yeah.
working on now. I was trying to fucking.
Like if you're trying to get an industry job, you need the portfolio along with the social that's going on. But now it's all about social. And that's just how it is. That's just how the market is, you know. A lot of the older guys, the reason they're going to get phased out soon, like even if they're mildly popular, I'm not talking about like the Adam Hughes and stuff like that. I'm talking about like people who are maybe in their late 30s who are not going to be on social, or 30s, 40s who are not going to be on social, who refuse to change. But that's just how it is. That's how I completely started. That's how my friends, she has like 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. I follow her because of YouTube, and that's how I know about her. So now I'm going to buy something from her in like a couple of minutes. So she made that sale just because she exists on YouTube. So if you want to get started, you got to put everything out there. That's pretty much how it is. And refusing to change to the market is a good way to just to fail at it. Yeah. That's just how I see it. That's how I've been exercising it, and it's working pretty well for me. All right, man. Best of luck, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys, we're closing out day 3. I just want to take you around the place so that we can see. I can show you guys what's going on. So here at the entrance over here, this is where we're doing like bag checks and weapons checks, and they're not letting a lot of things in like swords. They're checking everyone's backpacks. They won't let you in with rollers, so they're actually kind of strict. So we're gonna go around and see everything. Yep. Hey, Alyssa.
Oh, hey.
You want to be on the vlog? Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
How have you
why
been?
not?
Do you do all right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Hello. I know. I don't mind being on camera at all.
So yeah, Artist Alley is split. Flip this way. All right, so Artist Alley is split into two sides. You can see this is the side where people walk in, so they come straight down this lane, and then I'll take you to the other side. So yeah, more artists down there, and then it skips into vendors when you hop here. So Stan Lee's having his thing right now. Everyone's clamoring that way, so this is a good chance for me to get a shot of everything. So vendor. Cars, more vendors. This is cool. A bunch of caricature drawers. Very cool. More artists. Artist Alley, back half of the Artist Alley over here. All right, so I'm gonna head back to the table now. So I don't want to talk shit on anyone, but I'm gonna talk shit on someone right now. So somebody hit up a group on Facebook, and they wanted to do a follow for follow on Patreon. If you guys don't know what that is one artist will pledge $1 to another artist, and then that artist will pledge $1 to them. So essentially, you're canceling out the cost, like what you guys are making on Patreon. But the idea is to grow your patron count so that it seems more appealing for other people, to contribute to you. So he hit me up and said he kind of wanted to do that, and I was all like, "Nah, it's cool. That's not what I like to do." And he got a little defensive about it. He's like, "Well, I guess some people just like to work on their own." And I'm like, "Nah, son. Look, I believe in community. Why do you think I'm making these fucking videos for you guys, right? I believe in community. I give money and buy stuff from other artists when they've proven that they can produce work, that they're consistent, or something that proves that they're worth it. I don't do follow for follow because that's empty and that's bullshit. And I don't think any of you should do that either. So if anyone hits you up about that kind of thing, I recommend you just say no. Because even if they do follow you back, it's pointless. It's not worth anything. So anyway, that just happened. Thought I'd share that with you guys. That's what I think. You should earn everything. You should get an artist to follow you or give you stuff or buy stuff from you because they like your artwork.
Tax form.
Oh, I forgot about it. I have it here. Okay. I have mine. Yeah.
I just cash your check and take it up to the bin up at.
Gotcha.
Tax form. Okay.
That's it.
That's all I got.
Yeah.